Hello, welcome back to my channel, and I hope you are having a wonderful time. Here I am with another video. In this video, I will show you how you can install the convertible top of this 1997 Volkswagen Cabrio. The process, it is so simple, but you will need that tool. Without that tool, it is impossible to install this convertible top. One more thing, my friend. In case if you never done a convertible top, make sure to take photos or videos in case if you don't remember how to put everything back, and make sure to check the new tab before you start taking them apart. Make sure that it's the same. This is the reason why I will replace in the tab, and check everything. First, I put the old tab back. This convertible tab, it is manually, so it's not a big deal. You have to remove that gasket. Total of gasket that you have to remove are 4. 2 from the front and 2 from the back. Simple. Just pay attention how they are, and you will remove all those screws, all of them, and remove these gaskets too. This is for the driver's side. And then you will need and some model are 2 TX15 or TX20. The side of the tips that you will need to remove those screws. And remove everything, put all those screws in a safe place because you will put it back. And then you will remove that piece of metal. Unglue the old top, the front area, and remove those screws too. And then move the top forward. And then same thing right here. Remove that gasket. This is the driver's side. So simple. And do the same thing on the driver's side. Behind that gasket, there are some screws. You have to remove it. You have to remove that piece of metal. Behind that piece of metal, it is that the convertible top material. I have some videos related to convertible top in this channel, but I have way more videos related to convertible top on my Spanish YouTube channel. Then you remove that top from that area. And same thing on the driver's side. Move the top all the way down and remove that piece of metal right there. It is so simple. I am using a staple pulley, but you can use a flat screwdriver and not remove it. There will be a lot of easy things that I'm not going to show you because I understand it is easy and you will be able to do it without seeing me doing it. So remove the cable. Pay attention how the cable is connected on there because you will put it back. Same thing right here. There is a cable. The purpose of that cable is to keep the convertible tops in place on the side. And I move that top forward. And right here, it is way easier to carry. I'm using a racing blade. A lot of people carry and a lot of people don't carry. For me, it is way easier to carry. That way you have a better access to the where the screw is are located. And right here, I will cut it too. And I will cut it right here. I remove the old top. And I cut it right here. So I removed the old top. But it's not done yet. I have to remove the glass. Make sure to disconnect those defrosted cable. And I am inside, so I disconnected. And I have to pull that cable through that gasket. I need both hands. And I already go move it through that cable. So now I just push the glass. Push it. Put WD-40 if it is hard to do it. I will go inside and I will push it. I always choose one corner and you can see it. That glass is coming out a little by little. I go outside and I just pull it this way. Be careful. If you have somebody to help you, that will be even better. One is pushing from inside and you are pulling from outside. And I had this glass out. Now you have to remove all those staples. You have to remove the old material. Remove all the staples from there. Don't put the new tab on top of the old material. Never, never, ever. So make sure to remove that material. I just get a staple puller and a small plier and start removing a little by little. You see, it doesn't have glue in there. A lot of convertible tabs, they put glue in there. On this one don't have glue, so I am not going to put glue. And I keep removing all those staples. Some of those staples are hard to do, so just be patient, relax, and pull all them off. And I have cleaned that area. And same thing all around this frame. And that is that. I just have to remove those staples and then this process is complete. After that, I have to remove part of the headliner on the rear corner. There is one screw that is holding the headliner in place. You have to remove that screw. It's Phillips. And then you have to unlock the headliner from this plastic because there is a plastic holding it. You have to remove it. And just pay attention how it is. And then I have to remove a frame that is located on the rear part. And that frame is holding with a lot of screw. You have to remove those screws. Are 10 millimeter. And you can do it by hand. I am using a wireless ratchet. It's way easier. But in case if you don't have it, you don't have no choice but to do it by hand. Okay, after done removing all those screws, I just push it and pull it. That might be a little bit harder because keep in mind that the tab have been like that for a long time. So you have to pull it, pull the frame, and just be careful with the paint on the car. Right here is a rivet, so I remove the rivet with the power hammer. And there is a screw too. I didn't show you how to remove that screw, but just you will see where that screw is located and make sure to put them on the same place. The purpose of that screw it is to keep the tabs in place. And then you pull the tab. You can pull the tab to the passenger side or driver side. The tab, the new tab will go inside that metal. And clean everything around. Make sure to do that. I will clean it right here too. And then see that gap in there? The top have a piping. You will have to put that piping through that gap. This might be the hardest part of this tab for you. Just be patient, relax, ask somebody to help. That way that person is pushing and you are pulling. I do this all by myself. That is a piping and I put that piping inside that gap and I keep pulling a little by little, pulling and pushing that tab inside. It will get harder. It will get harder. See, I push it, but the tab is going in. Then I pull it, and like that. Push it, then I go to the other side and pull it, and it's almost all the way in. So right here, see that piping? Okay, let me check the other side, and it is too much right here, so I have to pull a little bit more, and then I will put a rivet and I will put a screw right there just to keep the tab in place. Rivet, and then I will put a screw securing the tab on that corner. There is a mark on the tab. Make sure there is a screw. On top of the screw there is a rubber just to protect the tab on the area. I put the tab inside, the frame inside, and I will do the same thing right here. And there is the tab in on that area right there. You will have to screw it. Right here I'm putting a wire through the top because I need to get this cable inside the tab in that area. So I put the cable and the wire is in, and I put the cable, and I will pull the wire to bring the cable out on the other side. And this is the cable. Same thing on the other side. I put the tab inside on that corner. Like I say, this is a way easier process compared to some other convertible tab. There are some convertible tabs, especially those new models, that require a lot of tool, a lot of string, and it's time. It is time. So I will put this cable inside, same thing as the driver's side, and there is. So I will put the tab inside on this corner. I move the tab a little bit back, that way I can have a, and there is the tab in on that corner. It is in right here. I just have to screw it, but it's in. So I'm going to tie those screws. The first one might be hard to tie, but as soon as you do the first one, the rest will be easier. And there is the first one, and you will see the rest is so easy, especially when you are using a wireless tool. Otherwise you have to do with power tool, air ratchet, or do it by manually. All those screws are in, so that metal frame is tight. Then I remove this plastic. I didn't show you how to remove it, but it's so simple. Just make sure to put everything back. There are a lot of plastic that when you are removing break. If that is the case, you have to replace it for a new one. I put this wire in that place. There is a hole. You will see a hole in there. Just you will put the end of that plastic in that hole. Then you will put this part right here inside the plastic clip, and you will push it, and you will hear a noise in there. That means the metal is inside the plastic. And then right here, remember I removed a Phillips screw, so I just put that Phillips screw in there. And then I will use my wireless screw gun, and that is in. And then after that, I put glue on this area. Same thing on the other side. The glue that I am using is a land down top and trim glue, but you can use any kind of glue. On top of the material will be metal, and that will keep the tops in place. So I just pull it a little bit and glue it. And the top comes with some excess material, so I will cut it And then I will put the molding in there. And that is the molding. Then there is a gasket. If you don't have experience doing this might be hard for you. Just be patient. Use a spatula. Use a WD-40. That way the gasket will go in easily. Same thing right here. I cut them on the corner. Same thing on the other corner. Then I put glue. I put glue on the material. Then I put glue on the metal. And I will let it dry for a little bit. You can use any kind of glue right there. Remember, a piece of metal will be on top, holding the top. I move the top forward, like pretending like if I go into closet, but I don't close it. Then I glue the front part. Both sides have glue, and I just pull a little bit and glue into the frame. And that is the top. Then I move the top all the way back. I cut the excess material. I didn't show you, but I cut it. Then I start screwing the molding. And same thing with this one. Put all those small screws that you remove. And then I will put this gasket. Just remember how that gasket was on there in the same way you have to put them on. If you don't get it how that gasket go, might be hard for you, but it's way simple. I close the top. So I will cut where the rear glass will go. Don't worry about wrinkle. If those wrinkles are small, I'm pretty sure the sun will come out, make it come out, or you can use the power sting or the heat gun. When you cut it right here, just be careful. Touch the frame where it is and cut 1.5 inches away from the metal. Don't cut it all the way to the frame because you will ruin the top. 1.5 inches away from the metal. Then if you have to cut a little bit more, you will. I will use stainless steel staple 3A, and make sure to put a staple. Don't put too much staple. Like that is more than enough. And keep going like that. See? I will cut a little bit more. I put a staple. Don't pull it too much either when you are stapling. If you pull it too much, will create a lot of wrinkles on those corners. See, I am cutting. I touch where the frame it is. Then I cut it. 1.5 inches away. If you have to cut a little bit more, you can do it. But don't cut it too close to the frame. And then I trim all the excess material. And there it is. I am using a razor blade. You can use any sharper knife to cut it. Okay, I got the glass in my table. This part it is very tricky, so you just pay attention how it was. I am putting WD-40 in the gap. There is a gap, and I put a wrap inside that gap. Inside the gap will be the metal frame that will hold the glass in place. I have it right here. I do this by my own. If you don't have experience, get somebody to help you, holding the glass from outside, and you will pulling that wrap from inside. It is hard for me to show you what I'm doing right now, but I will show you later. Yes, I am making sure the gap or the gasket is going inside the metal frame. That will keep the glass in place. I just come out and hit it, and I will show you now. See, the gasket have a gap, and that gap is going inside that metal frame. That will be all around the frame. And I keep pushing, then I will go in, go a little on the left, then a little on the right, and like that. Then I come out outside. When I see it is too tight or too hard to pull the gap inside the metal frame, so then I come out and hit it. And that glass is in. In case if you didn't get it how I did it, when you are removing, you will get the whole idea. Just two more things to finish this top. Put that strap with the pop rivet. And that's what I am doing right now. And that is, this convertible top, it is done. And you can see him right there. So, like I say, my friend, for me, and I bet you for a lot of people who do car interior, it is an easy process. It's not a big deal. So simple. There are a lot of convertible tabs that is way hard to do it, especially those Cougar, Mercedes, Jaguar, BMW, Ferrari, Lamborghini, especially those ones, 2020, 2018, 2017, 2022. Those ones require a lot of tool to do it, to install it, a lot of tool. Plus, if you are doing a Mercedes, you are replacing the Mercedes convertible top, and you are replacing the headliner of Mercedes convertible top from 2015 to 2022. Those ones have a lot of extreme. And sometimes, when I see it, each side have a 10, 12 extreme, what I do is I take a picture. Because those one, if you put one of those extreme in the wrong place, that will ruin it, the whole headliner, will ruin it, the whole top. So those ones are way harder than this one. You saw the process to do this one. It doesn't require that many tools. I am pretty sure you will get it. Don't expect for something perfect if this is your first time that you are installing a convertible top. Miata convertible top, VOLKSWAGEN convertible top. Some of the VOLKSWAGEN convertible top are easier to install it. I have a lot of convertible top on my Spanish channel, and I have some on this channel. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, in case if you enjoy it, smash that like button and subscribe to my channel, and click the bell. When you click the bell, every time that I upload a new video, you will receive a notification. So thank you so much, and see you here soon.